Good morning. My name is Kevin Perkins. Hi, nice to meet you. Hi, how are you doing?
Good, thanks.
Hello. Sometimes winning is a bad teacher. It took many months and many ups and downs for me to understand that piece of advice. But now that I do, it's one of the greatest lessons that I've ever learned. It all started last year when I tried out for the academic decathlon team. At our first meeting, I looked around and saw a room full of the best and brightest minds at our high school. I remember saying to myself, "What did you get yourself into?" But when we took our first test and the scores were posted on the board, there was my name at the top. It was an incredible feeling I had never felt before. A mixture of disbelief and accomplishment. I was so excited, I gave myself a nickname. DK, Decathlon King. But DK only gave me a false sense of security. My scores went down, and the others passed me by. Those old feelings of insecurity had crept back in. One day, my coach asked me what was wrong. Why wasn't I doing as well as I had in the beginning? I told her that my early success was just a fluke, that the other students were better than me, that there was no way I could beat them like I had in the beginning. And that's when she told me, sometimes winning is a bad teacher. At first, I thought she meant that losing was a good lesson that would help me make the team. Well, I guess the others didn't learn anything wrong from winning, because in the end, they made the team, and I didn't. The day the team was chosen was one of the worst days of my life. The team was moving on without me, forcing me to face that which I was frightened of most, failure. I asked one of the seniors that had made the team, someone who had become a very good friend of me, how he did it, what the secret was. He told me that the fear of losing to me had been his drive to push on, even when he was tired of studying. I began to realize that the reason I had done well in the beginning was because I had given it everything I had, just like everyone else did. And while luckily I scored well at first, they didn't. They had to confront their concern for losing and use it as motivation, while I let the illusion of success blind me. The illusion that my success could be obtained from a couple of scores, when truthfully, it would only be in my ability to overcome the failures. By not making the team, I felt the reality of defeat. But like all great decathletes, I used that dread of disappointment to motivate myself to make the team the senior year. Being more confident in myself this year, I'm able to look around at my fellow decathletes more. I see a few new decathletes go through what I did last year. They believe they've made a mistake in trying out for the team. They hear about all the great things that the team did last year, and they ask themselves, how can I ever live up to that? What my experience with that question has taught me is that accepting a challenge and facing your fear, you have already won. What has made not only former decathletes great, but people who have set bars in general, is that they face the challenge, not the absence, but the presence of fear. The fear that we are not as good as those before us. But unless we give it everything we've got, we will never know. And then we have truly lost. Thank you.
60 seconds to prepare.